All right, hey, what's going on there, fighters? I got a couple minutes here and to shoot the bull with you guys, so I just wanted to grab this opportunity to share some things that are on my mind here today on Contractor Fight TV. Let me refresh my feed over here. It's easier to see any comments that might be popping up. And all right, I got the volume down, which is good. BBRC, how you doing? How you doing? All right, good to see you. So let me see if I can pull this off. Awesome. So anyway, listen. Success is your choice. You are not a victim. What's up, Custom Renovations? Let's see, which is faster? Where are you guys populating here? What's going on? See, this is why I need technical help, because I'm a moron when it comes to some of this stuff. Oops. See, I just made the chat box go away. Not sure how I did that, but I did. All right, so I'm going to quit wasting time. What's up, Jack? How you doing? What's up, Bean? All right, so check it out. Right now, fact of the matter is there is a contractor somewhere right now standing at a gas pump. Holy cow, we got Thomas in Scotland. That's so cool. Really awesome. Frank, how you doing? Lucio, awesome. Good to see you guys. So right now there's a contractor somewhere in the world. He's standing at a gas pump and he's got his credit card, okay? And he's pushing it into the slot and he's pulling it out. He's pushing and then he's praying and he's hoping that his damn credit card's gonna work. And you know what? For some it will and for some it won't. For the guy that it doesn't work, oftentimes that guy is blaming an external source to why his credit card is not working at the gas pump. Okay, why? Because I talk to these people all the time. Like, I'm broke, I don't have any money, I'm in debt, all this other stuff that goes on in the business. And people tend to blame others. Like, if it weren't for all these lowball contractors in my area, my business would be better. If all my customers weren't cheap, my business would be better. If my right-hand guy didn't leave me, my business would be better, and on and on and on and on. But guys, here's the deal. If you want to get stronger in your business, if you want to kick some serious tail, you have to take ownership of your own crap. And I know we talk about it all the time. All right? We talk about owning your crap. You see, when you own your crap, that is the first step towards the truth in your business. When you can look in the mirror and really acknowledge the things that are holding you back in your business. All right? So first of all, guys, you are not a victim. Okay? You got to get that through your head. Sure, things happen in the economy. Sure, things will happen with employees and whatever. There's a million different external things that are going to happen in your business. But at the end of the day, you have to take ownership and realize that the success or failure that you're having right now in your company, in your life for that matter, is the direct result of the choices that you are making. The economy can tank, all right? But check this out. You don't have to participate in the tanking of the economy when your head is right, okay? So I want to really make sure that you guys are clear on this, that success is nobody's fault but your own, all right? Just trying to see some of these feeds coming in here. So you got to deal with it. See, when you own your... See, I believe we're all underachieving, okay? Holy crap, we got New Zealand here now? Wow. Keith is here. What's up, man? So we underachieve because we fail to take that first step, and that's owning your crap. All right, so enough on that. All right, here's the other thing. You can't just own your crap and go, I'm all of a sudden going to get better. You have to accompany that with some effort. And you got to put some work in, man. All right, we got Brandon from Illinois, Indiana. Good to see you. Everything's popping up. So, scale of 1 to 10, I want you to think about your work ethic, but a different spin on it. See, my guess is most of you guys are going to be typing into the box, scale of 1 to 10, somewhere between an 8 or a 9, and some of you a 10. Just going, I'm totally busting my ass. I can't work any harder, and this and that. And that's the thing. I actually believe that most of us are working really, really hard. The problem is we are not working savagely hard on the things that really matter in our business. See, running around busy from sun up to sundown is not working hard. Being busy doesn't mean you're working hard, doesn't mean you have a savage effort. And one of the things that I work with my clients and stuff in our groups all the time is making sure that the things that are actually making it onto your calendar or to-do list or whatever each day, each week, each month are the things that are going to move your business closer to the goals that you want. Okay, so you running around and setting up the guys on a job site, yeah, it might need to be done, but that is not the area of savage effort that I'm looking for here. What I'm looking for is getting super clear with where you want to go in your business, number one. Number two is understanding what your superpower is. Okay, so I want you to type that in the box. If you're watching this right now, let me see if I can pull this up here. What is your superpower? Let's see, how's this work? Man, we got work ethics of 5 and 6. Slow to populate here. So I want you to type in the box what your superpower is. Being a 2? Come on, man. What's up with that? So for me, I'll give you an example. Back when I had my first painting company, way back in the day, my superpower was building relationships and prospecting. So I spent 80 to 90% of my time busting my tail, building new relationships and things like that. And I did everything I could to avoid anything else in the business because I knew that every minute I pulled away from working my superpower, all right, the business was going to suffer. So I want you guys to really look in the mirror and go, what are the things that you do on a daily basis that always move the needle forward in the right direction towards growing your business, okay? Those are the things that you need to be putting that savage effort on. All right, I'm trying to read some of this. Blah, blah, blah. Building rapport. Don't think I have a superpower. I'm working on everything in my business. All right, Bean, so if you had to write down everything in your business, this is an exercise you could do. Write down everything you do in your business, and then you basically ask yourself, basically say, cut this in half. So let's say you have 10 things. Make it 5, then make it 4, then make it 3, 2, 1, down to the one thing that you feel is the thing that needs your attention. And so hopefully it's something that you're good at, that you enjoy doing, and it moves the business forward, all right? We all have a superpower. I totally believe that. And I also believe that when we all master the art of communication, when we truly learn how to communicate with other people, with our employees, with our clients, communicate through our marketing messages and things like that, you are going to see your business go to levels that you never dreamed it would go. You're going to see your profits go through the roof. All right. So savage effort, guys, but not just working hard for the sake of working hard. It is, we got to have this savage effort towards the right things that are going to move us forward. All right. So I gave a keynote to the painting industry week and a half, 2 weeks ago now. And about 2 weeks ago, holy cow, time flies. And one of the things I brought up is I hear a lot of times people, some of you guys that weighed in here, you put a 2 or a 5 or a 6 on the effort, your work ethic that you're putting forth right now. And I usually hear people be like, yeah, I would work harder if I was more motivated. I would work harder if I was more confident. Okay, those are the 2 biggest things that I hear people always sharing why they're not working harder. So I want to put this to death right now, put it to bed right now. If you're not motivated, here's the good news. You don't need to be, because motivation is BS. Motivation gets you started. Motivation is about a feeling, like I feel like getting up and making follow-up calls. I feel like prospecting or doing whatever you need to do in your job. Excuse me. Motivation is BS, guys, because the truth of the matter is most of us don't feel like doing the things that we need to do. Truth be told, I did not feel like making this video right now. I have a client in town with his wife. They work in their business together, and we do coaching days here at Fight HQ in Manitou Springs, Colorado. And they took a couple hours to kind of chill and recharge at their hotel because they had to get up super early and we're getting ready to go to dinner. And I've had other things that I needed to do here today. And so I didn't feel like doing this video. I didn't feel like working out. As soon as I dropped them off, I went home and I did my kettlebell training and stuff like that, even though I didn't feel like it. So guys, motivation is BS. What got me to do my kettlebells, what got me to do this is it's the commitment to creating the right habits. See, I have a habit of working out. I have the habit of creating content pretty much every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year in my business. All right. So whether it's a podcast like or a YouTube video like this, or it's a social media post or a Facebook Live or an Instagram thing, every day I have developed the habit of creating content. And most days I don't feel like it. All right. So, but here's the good news. When you create a habit, all right, so let's back up. If you want to get to the point of creating these habits, then obviously you got to take action. Well, in order to take action, you got to believe inside that what you're doing is the thing that needs to be done. And before that, you got to put the thought in your brain. So that's the reverse engineer. So let's work forward now. I'm sitting here and I'm going, all right, I want to build the greatest contracting support empire known to mankind here in the contractor fight, right? That's the thought. And I tell myself that every day and I have my daily affirmations and stuff. And over time I start believing that I'm the dude and I have what it takes. And that belief leads me to taking action. And when you take action, all right, then you get results. Or if you don't take action, you get results. And the cool thing, guys, is you will never act in conflict with what you truly believe. So if you have, I'll just go back to being a salesperson in your business, okay? If you're struggling with talking about money with people, if you're not role playing, if you're not getting some help, if you're not up in your sales game, it's not because you lack the skills, it's you lack the belief deep inside that you have what it takes. And in order to develop a strong belief, you got to start feeding your brain, I'm the crap, I'm the shit, I have what it takes, I'm going to figure this game out, I'm a top salesperson, I earn $50,000 a month in my own pocket, or whatever it is. You got to start planting that stuff in your brain, because our thoughts become our beliefs and our beliefs become our actions. So this has nothing, if you're not busting your ass with a savage work ethic, all right, you are 100% in control of that, and it's changeable with the thoughts that you have because it'll lead to the actions. All right? So Tom, I'm not motivated. The other thing is, Tom, I just lack confidence. All right? So here's the thing on confidence. Confidence comes from a few different things, and these are things that I believe it comes from. The first, and the first meaning just off the top of my head, not any particular order, but to me the first is your group of people that you hang out with. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you having conversations with? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Okay? Look at your closest relationships right now. Okay? Let's just say contractor friends of yours. Who are your closest contractor friends? And the chances are you're probably making within 5% of the money they're making and putting in your pocket. Because we typically hang out with people like us. All right? So I want to encourage you to look around and find a group of people that's going to elevate you. It could be your health, it could be your relationships, it could be growing your business and the money you're making, whatever it is. Find people that are ahead of you and get around them and hang out with them. All right? You will elevate, and that when you start hanging around people that speak at a different level and think at a different level, and they call you to that level, your confidence grows. All right. Second thing, this one's huge. If you want your confidence to grow, you've got to develop the practice of keeping promises that you make to yourself. Think about that for a minute. Keep the promises you make to yourself. So today, I wrote down in my journal that I was going to work out. I didn't know when I was going to do it. All right, I had to get ready for these clients to come in town. their flight was delayed and all this other crap. And the truth of the matter is I should have just gotten up a half an hour earlier this morning and done it first thing, but I didn't do it. All right? It would have been very easy for me to blow it off and not keep the promise to myself to work out, not keep the promise to myself to create a video today, or whatever it is. Every time you break a promise to yourself, it's like taking a sledgehammer and knocking a brick out of your confidence wall. That's the way I look at it. And every time I do keep a promise to myself, like my kettlebells today and doing this video now and some of the other things I've done, it's like I'm putting another brick in my confidence wall. All right, so I want to encourage you to keep the promises that you make to yourself, small or large. You say you're going to make 5 follow-up calls or prospecting calls or cold call a builder or whatever it is, then by God, do the damn thing you said you would do. And every time you come through on that, you prove to yourself that you have what it takes. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Third thing, overdose on discomfort. You want your confidence to grow? Raise your level of discomfort every day. Do something that scares the shit out of you every day of the week. I don't know what it is for you, but we are not growing if we are not uncomfortable. Think about how a muscle grows, okay? You stress it with weight that is heavier than you lifted the day before, all right? And it could be 1 pound a week. Doesn't matter, okay? But you got to get uncomfortable. So I want you to think of the things that maybe you're most terrified to do in your business. Maybe you're afraid to resolve issues with your team quickly, all right? So make a commitment to yourself that whenever there's something that needs to be talked about with somebody on my team, I'm going to immediately call a timeout and we're going to dive into it right now. I'm going to pull it to the side, we're going to have a conversation, and I'm going to get uncomfortable and share what's going on, all right? Tom, can you come to my house and steal my damn couch so I can stop being lazy after work? How about this? Take your couch outside and burn the damn thing. All right? See, this is on you, man. All right? This is on you. You know what you need to do. Okay? You know what you need to do. So do what you know you need to do. It's that simple. Keep those promises to yourself. Overdose on discomfort. All right? You want your confidence to raise? Then go ahead and take pride in yourself. Okay? When you take care of your body, try to eat better, cut back on the alcohol, throw a water in every now and then. If you're going to go out with the buddies and drink 5 or 6 beers, throw a water in between every beer and try to hydrate yourself. Make some sort of an effort. Cut back on, cut back on the fried food. Get some damn sleep. There is no honor in staying up all night. All right? Take care of your body. All right? Put clothes on that represent your brand, and you don't look like a frickin' slob, or your team doesn't look like a bunch of slobs when they're walking around and they're on job sites and stuff. Guys, when you take care of yourself, all right, a lot of good things can happen. So, read 15 minutes a morning, all right, whatever it is, okay? You know what it means to take care of yourself. Take some pride in who you are, and your confidence will grow, okay? So, it's big. And I saw a couple questions here come in. So someone asked something about the Shin Fu. Yeah, I'll cover that in a minute. Let me talk about the last part of this whole success is a choice and you're not a victim. Here's the deal. When I am so thirsty. If you don't truly acknowledge and accept the fact that success is a choice, then you become a victim. Okay? There are so many things that you cannot control, but you can control your attitude and you can control your actions. It's that simple. Choose to not be a victim. I don't care about unlicensed contractors. I don't care about clients that you think are cheap. I don't care if your foreman left you and started his own business. It doesn't matter. Let me tell you a story. A lot of you know that I coach high school football. We're turning around a struggling program that's been really in some tough times for a decade. Okay? I took over and I've actually won less games than the guys before me. All right, so I'm actually doing worse on the scoreboard right now, okay? And there's a lot of reasons for it. Okay? A lot of good reasons, some bad reasons. Bottom line is I need to be better as a coach. So this past off season, when the season ended and about a month went by, I sat down with my coaches, my assistant coaches, and I'm like, here's 3 areas, guys, that I have single-handedly hurt our program and kept wins off the board and set us back a year or 2 and some other things. All right, I'm just finished my 2nd year there. I'm going to my 3rd year. And what's funny is when I had this conversation with my coaches, they were quick to come to my defense. And one guy was like, well, dude, you know, there was this thing that was out of your control, and there was this thing, and there was this thing, and these are all good reasons, and blah, 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 and I won't go into all the reasons. And I just said, dude, time out. We were having a beer. I said, dude, time out. Here's the deal. The minute I acknowledge one of those things, I become a victim. And I was hired to bring an energy and an attitude and a work ethic and some grit and all that other stuff and some focus and some discipline to this program. And the minute I point to anything other than myself, I become a victim, and now I don't have control. So although I appreciate you coming in my defense, these are the 3 things that I royally screwed the pooch on, all right, for running this program. And these are things I'm committed to changing, and I need your help. So guys, success is a choice. So many of you are working your tails off for scraps. All right? Making more money is a choice. Building a great team is a choice. Choosing to build a great brand in your area, again, it's a choice. All right? So what are you going to choose today? What are you going to do with this choice? You got your attitude, you got your actions, that's it. Don't give any attention to the competitors and what they're all charging and what's going on. One of the best things you could do, one of my business partners, Steve, he talks about one of the best things he did in his industry years ago was he operated his business separately from all the other yahoos in his industry who were all thinking the same and all that other stuff. All right, so let me see here. I'm trying to refresh and read some of these comments here. And some questions. All right, so somebody earlier wanted to know what's up with the Shin Fu. I think it was like, hey, can you speak a little on the Shin Fu process? All right, here's the deal. Shin Fu is named after one of my business partners, Steve Shinholzer. All right, and it's a sales process that we follow, that we teach in our Contractor Sales Academy, and it is designed to make sure that whenever you choose to go meet with a prospect, that you're not wasting your time. That in a perfect world, you go there, you meet with them, and one of 2 outcomes is going to happen. They're writing you a deposit check, or they're writing you a consultation fee for your time. And so Shin Fu, in our entry-level sales training bridge program, if you go to shin-fu, SHIN-FU.com, or go to contractorsalesacademy.com, all right? But guys, a lot of people hear us talk about, learn to sell over the telephone. The goal of Shin Fu is not to sell on the telephone. The goal of Shin Fu is to have an open, honest conversation to make sure that you personally, this goes back to what I talked about earlier about working on the right things, that you are never wasting any time with somebody that's not your client. And so what's been cool, it's been awesome to watch. So many of our members are, one guy, Mike, selling, I think he was making soup, and he sold a $4,500 job over the phone while he's in his kitchen making soup and having a conversation on the phone with somebody because of some of the techniques that we've shared. We got guys that have cut their estimating time in half, and yet they've put another 6 figures of profit in their pocket within 10 or 12 months, and I could go on and on and on, all right? We got guys that made $60,000 a year personal income 3.5 years ago, and in 2018, they paid themselves over $350,000, and Shin Fu was a big part of that. So appreciate you asking. Just go to contractorsalesacademy.com if you want to know more. Flight School 101. Finally caught a live video. Glad that you're here. Let's see. We got Mo. We got, who else? We got Chris. We've got Preston. Yeah, that's right. You fight like you train, and you train like you fight. That's all there is to it. I was literally going to say that's all there is to it, and you typed it in there. Any tips for being confident even when I don't have the answers? Seems like as soon as I don't have an answer for a client, I feel all my confidence disappear. Great question. Honesty, okay? Actually, let's back up. Let's make sure that you're getting leads for the types of projects that you want to be doing, all right? But listen, at the end of the day, you got to put the work in to build your knowledge base in your industry. And I don't know what specific issue you might be lacking confidence in, but if you don't know something about something on the project and this and that, it's always okay to just go, hey, that's a great question. We don't run into this situation a whole lot. What I'd love to do is, instead of making something up, let me talk to some of my industry partners. Let me talk about some of the people I trust and figure out the best way that we can approach this thing on your job. So you can be confident. I'm confident that I'm going to figure the problem out. I don't always have the answer right on the spot, but when I'm honest and I'm direct with somebody, they appreciate it, and you actually look better, and it comes across that you're being confident. Because, see, our ego and insecurity and fear basically makes us feel like we have to have all the answers, and that's not the case. People hire you because you're going to solve their problem. It doesn't mean you know everything, all right? Shit, you guys are on the spot here. You're all typing that shit in as I'm saying it. What else we got here? Never try to seek to be perfect. You will always be let down. Always know that you were going to mess up. The point is correcting the mistake. Yeah. It works. Shin Fu, blah, blah, blah. What else we have here? Feel like I'm making more money now that I'm listening to you. That's awesome. That's super encouraging. I appreciate that. All right, cool, Chris. Yeah, I just saw your comment come in here. Let me make sure. Most of us have had bosses that were total jerks, but there is not a single one of them that I can tell you personally that I have not learned from. Yeah, man, we can learn from everybody. And I think the big thing here, guys, is back to the savage effort that we talked about, that work ethic and all that stuff. Figure out what you need to be an expert in to grow your business or to change your life or get you from point A to point B, whatever it is, and commit to never letting somebody outwork you in that. Never let somebody out-prepare you, okay? That's within your choice. So instead of BBRC, instead of sitting your ass on the couch when you get home at night and watching Netflix for 4 hours, maybe take 2 hours and work on an aspect of your business or go to the gym or whatever it is that's going to make you a better person, and then do that other shit for 2 hours a night instead of 4 hours a night. Stuff like that. Guys, it's just a choice. This is just a choice. And it's funny because I get questions like this all the time. And honestly, there's days I feel like I'm a broken record because it's truly just making a decision. Where do I want to go in my life? Where do I want to go in my business? What's the crap that I need to do each and every day to get me closer to that? Okay? You break it down, man. The old cliche, you eat an elephant one bite at a time, okay? So find out what those bites are. Gabriel wants to know, have you ever been defamed online by a disgruntled customer? How do you deal with it? Yeah, people used to give us reviews. One of my old companies, they never even hired us. These guys are assholes. I'm offended because their price was really high. And they would like say crap on Facebook or whatever it was. Best thing you can do is respond to it. Hey, sorry we're not a good fit. I'd love to have a conversation with you about this because listen, the other people that see these reviews and things like that and comments about you, they want to see how you respond because most normal, sane people know that some customers are out of their mind, right? So how are you going to handle people? How are you going to handle it when there's a conflict? And listen, if you do something that's screwed up and it wasn't a good experience and they ripped you online for it, own it. All right? It's funny. I have people now. It comes in waves. Every couple months, I'll get a bunch of people emailing me and Facebook messaging me saying people are using my identity and shit like that. So it's kind of annoying, but they're defaming me online by using my identity, I guess. All right. You're burning your couch tonight. All right, man. Make sure your wife's good with that. or whoever you got there. What else we have here? You're welcome, Vinyl Guys. Good to see you here. Other questions before I sign off? We've been going at this for about 30 minutes now. Holy crap, time goes. Other questions you have? What's burning on your mind? Speaking of burning couches, what question do you have burning? Dan Bob, hi, how are you? Good to see you. While I wait for any questions, I'm going to be in Providence, Rhode Island at JLC Live end of next week. So what's today? Today's the 18th. 18 and 7 is 25, 26, 27, so like the 28th, 29th, whatever that Thursday and Friday are. I'm going to be there doing a couple presentations. So if you guys are in that area of the country, get out to JLC Live. There's a lot of good education going on there and all that stuff to help you be better in business. All right, what do we got here? Making the jump from being employed to going on my own. Any advice? Yeah, Ian, market your ass off. You are no longer the tradesman. You are a marketer and sales guy, and 90% of your time and effort and focus needs to be on selling work 24/7, 365. The biggest thing that I see guys go wrong is, and I did this, like this neighbor hired me to paint their house, and then a guy at church hired me to paint the house, and I came out of the gate really strong in my painting company. This back in 2002 or whatever it was when I first went into business, 2001, 2002. And I, in that first month and a half, I was swamped, and I was like, man, this business thing's easy, man. I made more money in the month than I'd ever made in my life and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, it came to a screeching halt because I wasn't spending my time marketing and selling. So that's my biggest piece of advice. All that other stuff. Commit to that. Let's see, just starting back up in a new city. Any advice on landing my first job in a new state? Pupil of society. That would be get out and meet people, build relationships. Hey, I'm the new guy. I got the most to prove. I'd love to have an opportunity to build your thing or fix your thing or paint your house or whatever it is. Be your own biggest fan, man. Ken, you're welcome. Thomas, you're welcome. The transition from tradesman to salesman is the toughest. Wasn't for me because I wasn't a very good tradesman. I'm not a very good painter. Let's see, what else? Tom Noble just sold my largest job to date. Fully believe that it's thanks to you. Once the deposit clears, I'm joining the CSA. Robert, I'm super fired up to hear that for you, man. Whether you join what we got going on or not, it makes my day to hear that stuff that we're putting out here is helping you, man. Helping you guys win more. That's what it's about. You heard of Google Local for marketing. Listen, I guess, I don't know. I got Logan and my team and stuff like that, and Neil and all that. They do all my marketing or my online SEO stuff. So I'm not really up on all the stuff with Google. All I know is you need to have a kick-ass website, hire a pro to build it for you, invest some damn money in it, and then be massively committed to building relationships in your area and building your social media and all that other stuff. All right. Chris, I'm on a marketing push. Keep busy. Best place I can spend my money to get jobs should be on a good, website and social right out of the gate. Check out Full Sail, Fullsail marketing. Talk to Logan or Wayne over there. They work with tons and tons of contractors, and honestly, guys, they're really the only or one of the only website SEO type companies that actually get consistent results for contractors. I don't get finder's fee. I don't get commissions for telling you this. I just believe that they know their shit. They're super hungry. They're young guys. They understand what's happening and all that other stuff. So check that out. How do you get over being your own biggest critic? You got to keep proving to yourself. You got to keep the promises to yourself, man. I'm my own biggest critic, all right? But that's why each morning I start with writing down things I'm grateful for. I have a list of things that I have to get done today that are going to move me closer to my goal. And then I write daily affirmations, man. I tell myself every day I'm a highly paid kick-ass speaker. I'm a magnet for money and success. You know, and there's a few other things that I write and I tell myself every day, you got to flood your brain with that stuff, man, or else you'll start believing all the bullshit that the world tells you. But practically, do what you said you would do. Get those small wins and start chipping away towards your goals, and you'll be able to prove to yourself that you're not full of shit. Okay, we're our biggest critic because we're like, I'm just full of shit. I haven't achieved what I needed to achieve yet, whatever it is. All right. How do you tell customers I'm too small and booked till 7-8 months out? Says Dan Bob. Check your pricing. Not sure what you do, Dan, but you might be too cheap if you book that far out. Maybe not. But it's all in the sales process, man. We teach guys how to have an open, honest conversation with people up front and set expectations. How do you tell them? I wouldn't say I'm too small. I would say, hey, we're kind of a boutique little firm or whatever you are. Not everyone has what it takes. See, listen to this. Not everyone has what it takes to work for me and my team, because we're kind of the elite. We're the shit in this industry. And because of that, I have a smaller team. What that means to you is when we start your job, we're going to finish your job. It's going to be great. You're going to have an awesome experience. And we find that most people don't mind waiting for us. Yeah, we get it could be a little convenient, but, you know, is that a deal breaker? Boom, have those conversations. What else we got here? Oops. We have 5 great companies we work for. Building a good relationship with them has kept us busy with projects for years now. Absolutely. Frank says, I now have an estimate rocket and already landed $245,000 at 50% projected profit. Awesome, Frank. Glad to hear that, man. What else? What do you think of Tony Robbins? Says Monaco. I like Tony Robbins. I'm not a junkie. I think he's a good dude from what I can tell. I watched his documentary called I Am Not Your Guru. I thought that was pretty good. I think he's a guy who's passionate about truly helping people. I think his heart's in the right place. Never been to one of his events or anything like that. I just never felt the need to, but I dig him. I think he's a good dude. Chris says, by the way, I've seen 50% gross profit on every job since I started following me. I can't say thanks enough. Awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Chris says, meet me. Yeah, get to Colorado, man. Make it happen. MB Property Services, Rope Access, New Zealand. Any advice how to get your foot in the door with products in your industry that only supply 2 to 3 companies in your country? Pick the phone up. Okay? This goes back to what I was talking about half an hour ago or whatever it is now. All right? Get massively uncomfortable. Don't overcomplicate this. Pick the phone up. Hey, who do I need to talk to about getting my products in here? And just start being assertive, man. Pick the phone up, hop online, research those companies and who's in charge of certain things, shoot them an email, drop by, visit them, whatever it takes. Be frickin' hungry, all right? And just take action over and over and over. I would look at creating content. If you have a product, make 3 to 4 posts a day on your social media channels and educate people about it and tag those other companies and be aggressive. So if you build that brand and then you reach out to them and you got a bunch of content out there, that'll help you actually have more credibility and things like that. I don't know what your product is. So let's see, I got to sign off. All right, see you, Gabriel. Appreciate you being here. Should I get my crew uniform for professionalism? Yes, 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 says I to hey. They're a team. Teams wear uniforms, all right? So absolutely, I would make sure that we all look sharp. Jesse says, my dad's a contractor, and I've told him many times to go find more jobs. He seems to be stuck doing the work. He doesn't seem to get it. And he's told me instead to go do, you think it's a good idea? To find where he seems to be stuck doing the work. He doesn't seem to get it. And he's told me instead to go do you think. Okay, it's a run-on sentence there. So I don't know what you're saying there, Jesse. Please retype it, because I'm not picking up what you're putting down. All right. So I'll give you a minute, maybe if you want to rephrase that. Yeah, listen, a lot of guys, you know, they're old school. They've been in business forever. They like slinging the tools and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're one of those guys, there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to be committed to growing your business. So hire somebody to do business development for you. Invest some money in marketing. Okay, get your head out of your ass when it comes to this whole, you know, all my work is word of mouth. Okay, that means you're just basically going to have a job most of your career. You're never going to scale your business to where you can walk away from it and still make some money and take some time off. Okay. And if that's what you want to do, then work in the field, but have a plan to feed you shitloads of leads, learn to sell efficiently and at higher margins, all right? And guys, when you have more, this is why I tell the person earlier, like if I just started a business, you know, I'm getting a job, going from a job to my own business, what advice do you have? Get a ton of leads, market. The more leads you have coming in every day of the week, you will have options and choices of the best jobs to do. So even if you still want to work in the field, all right, be committed to getting a lot of leads. I meant he's told me to go find jobs for the company. Yeah, Jesse, if that's what it takes, just make sure he's paying you. Don't work for free. You should get, you know, again, I don't know anything about your industry. I don't know what kind of jobs. I don't know what else you do in the business, but you know, make sure that you're being compensated. Monaco, I drive a beater truck now, but when I'm ready, should my company buy or lease the next one? All right, this is why I have an accountant and a bookkeeper. They figure shit out like that. But I just had this conversation with one of my one-on-one clients last week. There's a reason they say that a lease is basically a fleece. You're getting fleeced. You don't build equity in it, and you just keep repeating this process of paying to have a nice vehicle every few years. I'd rather buy a vehicle, buy a nice work truck that's a couple years old. You said, when I'm ready, should I buy one? I would start taking a little bit of your profits right now and banking it. And pay cash if you can for it so you don't have a payment, okay? I'm not a fan of the lease because I don't own the thing. I want to own the thing. You know, I'm in what happened, like the conversation I had with my client last week was they're like, well, we could lease a vehicle and it would only be like $50 more. They were working something out to lease 2 vehicles and it was only going to cost them $50 more in payments than they're already making on their vehicles now. Okay? And I'm like, don't take the bait on that. It's only $50 more a month. Right? Here's the deal, guys. What happens? I mean, I want to keep my payments down. What happens? Because it's going to happen when the economy tanks again. If you're loaded up to your eyeballs in lease payments and you know, credit card debt in your business and a bunch of other things that you're paying monthly on that are not directly adding value to your business and a profit, then you're going to struggle if and when the economy tanks because you're going to have all these payments that you're going to have to make and your volume could be cut in half, like mine was during the last recession. So anyway, yeah, buy something used. It's nice. Plenty of stuff out there. Letter that baby up, and you'll all be good. Oh, Mrs. L Monkey, Miss L Monkey. I just started a painting company. How do I get more customers? Hustle, hustle, hustle. Build a website. Don't do it yourself. Go join my private Facebook group called the Contractor Fight. And there's a lot of other cool people in that group that you can pick their brains. But guys, it's hustle. I grew my painting company from 0 to over 300 jobs a year in 3 years. That was my first business that I had years ago. And I did it by hustling every single day of the week. I spent 90% of my time meeting people, building relationships, knocking on doors, being aggressive. I don't know your financial situation, but find a way to build a damn website. Don't do it on the cheap, all right? You're wasting time when you don't hire somebody who's a pro. It's like somebody wanting to paint their own room, right? They fuck it up every time, all right? So when you build your own crap and try to do all that stuff on your own, you generally screw it up and it takes you way more time. All right. When this water's gone, I'm done. All right, so last call for questions. is then I got to get on the road and go pick up my clients that are in town here and go to dinner and stuff like that. So, last call, I guess, right? See if I missed anything here. Like I said, I'm going to Providence, Rhode Island, end of next week, JLC Live. So go to JLC Live, just Google it, Providence, Rhode Island. You'll see everything there with the event. Love to meet you guys if you're there, so say hi. Go to contractorsalesacademy.com if you heard anything that you want to learn more about of our sales process and stuff that we teach. And you can always go to just thecontractorfight.com as well. Jump on our email list and get our daily tips and all that other stuff to help you grow a bigger business. Lucio says, just starting out is pay for leads a good investment if I'm not great at generating leads? Again, build a website, okay? Lucio, build your own website. You might need to, listen, we're all paying for leads. Let me just say that, okay? We are all paying for leads. You either pay with your money or you pay with your time, right? So if I'm out hustling and knocking doors and joining networking groups and shaking hands and handing out cards, that's my time, okay? The other side is I'm paying for a great website. I'm paying for maybe Google Ads, depending on what you're doing. I'm paying, if you do one of the third-party websites, Home Advisor, Thumbtack, things like that, Angie's List. Guys, they all work. You just got to find out if they work for you. Track your leads, track your sales. If I know, I don't care if it's Home Advisor, or I don't care if it's a money mailer or a direct mail piece or whatever it might be. If I'm spending $1 on that, for every dollar I spend, if I'm getting 15 or 20 back, then I'm going to spend more dollars on that thing. I'm just not going to make any one thing the thing that I'm putting all my eggs on, or eggs in the basket, if that makes sense. All right, so do you think my technicians should wear collared shirts instead of t-shirts? I don't care. It's your choice. Let your team decide what they want to wear, and then you'll have more buy-in. 10:45 here has got to sign off. All right, Thomas, thanks for being here, buddy. Have a good night. Cody, best place to find good labor. Build a brand. Do you think Apple and Starbucks has a hard time finding people to work for them? Hell no. Why? Because they've built their brand. All right, build your brand. I've done plenty of trainings in our fight club and fight nights. We do have a fight night coming up this Thursday night. If you want more information on that, go to, let me see what it is here. I'll just put it in the link here. The Contractor Fight. You'd think I know my own fight night. Is that what it is? Let's see. See if it works. Try that. I just pulled it up too, and it is the, yep, there you are. So this Thursday night, so I talk about all this stuff in our trainings, man, with finding good labor and things like that. But build a brand. When you build a brand that is well known, the best people will come to you. You won't have to hunt them down. But just like marketing your business, you need to be hiring every day. You need to be looking every day. Social media posts like, hey, send a video or an email or whatever to your past customers and just go, hey, if you know somebody would be a great fit for us, you know what it's like with us on your project, being in your home. If you know somebody that would fit in, whether they have experience or not with our culture, things like that, what you focus on gets better, man. All right, so let's see. Will I be back in the Northeast after Rhode Island? No, there's no plans unless a private event or something comes up. From time to time, a company will hire me to come in and speak or do a training. I don't think we have anything on the East Coast coming up. And I think that was it. If you find yourself looking at a job you feel over your head on, what do you do to educate yourself on what you need to know? Be careful on taking a job on that you don't know what you are doing. But this is where great relationships come in. This is where being able to have people in the industry that know a little more than you do. So this is where I would, this is from Myers Outdoor, right? go to Facebook and join our private Facebook group. I see it all the time in there, like, hey, I'm a new GC, I'm a new this, I'm a new that, I'm bidding this type of job for the first time, you know, would anyone mind help walking me through this process or whatever? What are some things I have to look out for? There's a lot of giving that goes on in our private Facebook group, so I encourage you to go there and jump in, and then you can pick people's brains, and that's one great place to educate yourself. All right, so, all right. How much I keep in the company liquid versus investing it. All right, I like to see 6 to 9 months of your overhead in the bank, okay? It's one of the best moves that I've seen people do, that I encourage our clients to do, is, you know, if it's $10,000 a month to pay you, to pay your building rent, to pay all the marketing you have, to pay your office manager, all the overhead, none of the field costs, but just if you never did a job in a month, how much money would I need to keep the business alive? Again, this is stuff that we train in our programs and all that other stuff. But you know, if it's 10 grand a month, then I want $60,000 to $90,000 sitting in the bank to weather the storm. Maybe you blow your back out and you can't work, or whatever it is if you're a smaller company, or the economy tanks or whatever it is. Instead of having to drop your shorts and, you know, participate in the recession or whatever it might be, you know that you got 6 to 9 months to weather the storm, and you can make some adjustments in your business to be more profitable and some things like that without the pressure of having to eat. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. All right, I think we're good. Appreciate you guys being here. Oh wait, I didn't finish this. This isn't gone yet. Wow, 51 minutes. That's a long time. I got called out by my buddy, the Idaho painter, Chris Berry. If you go to Paint Life TV on YouTube, he's an awesome dude. And he texted me the other day. He's like, dude, you got to get your head out of your butt. He didn't say that. He was nicer than this. Basically, he says, you got to get your head out of your butt and make some thumbnails for your videos. So that's what I got my assistant working on right now, because I'm never going to do it myself. So that's where you just got to know yourself, right? So anyway. All right, the water's gone. I'm done. You guys rock. Remember, success is a choice, and don't be a victim. Own your crap, and bring that savage work ethic to everything you do that are the right things that you need to be doing. Okay, go all in on those things. Don't let anyone outwork you. All right, do what you got to do to build your confidence, like we talked about. And remember that motivation is BS. It all comes down to the habits. Habits are going to keep you going. Motivation might get you started. Habits will keep you going. All right, don't forget to check out contractorfight.com. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share this with another contractor so we can help more people. All right, we'll see you guys. Appreciate you. How do I shut this thing off? Yeah, where's my button? There's supposed to be a button here.